Hello everyone, this is Chris again from Black Watts, and today I'm back talking about how to buy a bike. Today we cover my favorite category, which is road bikes, and I'm joined again by my good buddy Chris. All right, Chris, so what do we have here? We have some really sexy machinery. Now, I absolutely love these bikes. So let's talk about road bikes. So this is the first one here.
Yes, that's the Amanda. So that's a really cool light bike. So the whole idea with the Amanda is to keep it as light and stiff as possible. So someone getting this bike is typically going to be doing a lot of climbing. They want a really light, responsive bike. The handling's great on them, very snappy. A great all-around bike. If you want to get into a little racing too, you could totally do that. But the whole idea, like I said, is lightweight, quick handling, very efficient. When you put your power down to the pedals, you're just gonna go forward.
It's gonna go. I love it, I love it. Now, there was a lot of talk about all of the gear sets. So can you talk to me a little bit about the gearing here? This looks like this has Shimano Ultegra. Can you talk about that a bit?
Yes, so this is a Shimano equipped bike. This is a mechanical bike. So there's the electronic shifting and then there's just the mechanical cable pull shifting. This is just a mechanical bike, which is still very nice, lightweight. But a nice solid group set to get on your road bike.
Awesome, awesome. So our second machine we have is the Domani, yes?
Yes. Now Domani is going to sort of the opposite end of this spectrum. So Domani is also a nice performance road bike,
okay,
but it's going a lot more towards comfort. So the Domani, you are going to be sitting a little bit more upright. As you can see, it has a little bigger tires on it too.
Okay.
So that adds a ton of comfort to the bike also. Also, it makes it a little more versatile too. If you wanted to put some knobby tires or check out some gravel, light stuff, you could totally do that. Okay. The frame does have some pretty cool flex points on it called ISOZone, which do add even more comfort to it. Typically you'd be getting this bike if you're doing short or long rides. A lot of people would do what we call centuries on these. So that's a 100-mile ride, nice, which would keep you in that comfortable position to do that. Or if you wanted to just do a short ride but still prioritize comfort, it's a great option for that too.
Awesome, awesome. Same thing with the gearing, right? Same gear set?
Yes, this actually does have the identical gear set to the Amanda we were just talking about. It's a mechanical Ultegra set. And then I'd also like to mention that all of our bikes have disc brakes, which is not really a newer technology, but it's something you're seeing a lot more of now. It's a way stronger, more responsive system.
Gotcha, gotcha. Thanks, Chris. And then bringing up the rear is my baby. I absolutely love her.
Yes, we got the Madone here.
The Madone.
And an
would you look at this
color?
Ooh, I love this color.
So the Madone is a race machine. The Madone is what we would consider an aero road bike.
Okay.
So an aero road bike, as you can see, has some pretty big aerodynamic tubing on it. This isn't gonna be the lightest bike though. Okay. So aero road bikes are gonna be more for that pure speed and racing. Typically they do put you in a little bit more of an aggressive positioning, meaning the front end's gonna be a little bit lower. And it's all about aerodynamics, cutting down that resistance. As you can see, we have some nice deep aero wheels on there to help with that also. One cool thing is that it does use that same flex point as the Domani does on the rear, just to add some comfort, being aero road bikes are typically not the most comfortable bikes.
Gotcha. And what about the gearing on this one? It looks a little different.
Yes, so this is very different. It's also Shimano group set, but now we're looking at electronic. So instead of having to push over the shifter, you're just pressing buttons, and then there's motors in the derailleurs that are gonna very approximately shift that rear or front group. So really cool, definitely top of the line. Also, we do have the disc brakes still on this bike too, which is very important for stopping power.
Nice, nice, nice. So this is awesome. So now there are a few other things that we're gonna need with this bike, yes? So we're going to need some accessories. So what do we need? So now we need some pedals. Talk to me about the different types of pedals.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about pedals. It's very important to elevate your performance. So this is a road style pedal. What makes it a road pedal is typically it's only a single-sided, meaning you can only clip in on one side, not the back, just the front. Typically it's a little bigger style pedal also, just to transfer your energy a little more efficiently. This level of pedal is a Dura, so this is going to be equipped usually with the Madone right next to me, or another higher end road bike. This specifically is made out of carbon, so it's a very light, efficient pedal. Another option for pedals would be, this is called, by the way, an SPD SL pedal. Another option for pedals would be just a standard SPD pedal. So an SPD pedal typically is more found on mountain bikes, but you can definitely ride it with, let's say, a Domani, sometimes an Amanda also. It is going to be a little bit heavier though, that's the downside. The reason you would use it though is because the shoes you use with this pedal, you can walk around in a lot easier, and it's a little more versatile. One big difference is, as you can see, you can clip it on either side, which is pretty cool. So you don't always need to worry about what side you're on. This specifically is an XTR pedal, which is going to be the top of the line mountain bike style pedal. Once again, it's an SPD pedal. Either one could be used on road bikes. More commonly, you would see the first one called the SPD SL pedal. All right, getting a little bit into shoes now. This shoe is the Bontrager XXX. This is a very high-end road style shoe. What this is primarily used for is once you get into racing and you want that stiffest, most efficient shoe possible. So it's very light. Cutting any rotational weight is one of the best things you can do to increase your performance. This specific shoe is made out of carbon on the bottom, so it's very stiff and very light. Another cool feature it has is the double BOA system. So as you can see, we have the two dials here. That's going to allow us to really micro adjust the comfort and fit of the shoe and allow you to have the best fit and performance on the bike. This is the road shoe, XXX Lite. Another style of shoe we have, once again, another XXX shoe, but this is the mountain style shoe. So as you can see on the bottom, we actually have a lot of tread. If you are into mud or rocks and whatnot, this is not going to be used as commonly on a road bike. If you were riding a Domani and doing some gravel riding, it would be a great option for that. But if that rider really wants to be able to walk around, get off their bike, go to the food store, or get a bite to eat, it's a really nice option for them to be comfortable and confident in a different style shoe. Big differences is the mountain shoe is going to be a lot heavier. So like we were talking about decreasing those rotational weights, going to the road shoe would help a lot with that. And typically a mountain shoe is a lot less ventilated too, being you might be in mud and water and whatnot. If we compare it to the road shoe, you can see some of the vent points on the bottom right up front versus the mountain shoe, which does not have that. Pretty big difference on what the actual bottom of the shoe looks like. Upper is pretty similar, but a lot of the vents is what's important. Both shoes have two BOAs, very important for fit. What pedal you would be using with this shoe is going to be the SPD, that dual-sided, more mountain bike pedal. This is going to use the SPD SL pedal, which is going to be your higher performance road style pedal.
Okay, Chris, thank you for the shoes. What's next?
All right, so shoes are done. So next we got some helmets. We got two options here. We have our more aero style XXX Lite helmet.
I love that one.
Yes, very stylish, very aerodynamic.
Sleek. Yes.
This is going to be the best suited for more of a race style bike like the Madone, could be used with the Amanda. But once again, this is all about aerodynamics and making a lot less resistance on the bike. It's a really cool helmet, definitely very safe. But we also can use what we have here is our Bontrager circuit helmet. So the circuit helmet's going to be a little bit heavier, not as aerodynamic, but it does give you some cool options to mount some lights on there, which are very important for safety.
Okay.
So totally, either option are totally acceptable for road bikes. Awesome. It just depends on what you're using them for.
Awesome, awesome.
So let's talk about lights since we're kind of talking about that already.
Yep.
So there's a couple different style of lights or uses for them, and we kind of categorize them into be seen and to see. So for the rider who's not necessarily going out at night or very early in the morning, you're going to use the lights just for cars to see you.
Gotcha.
You don't necessarily need to illuminate the road or anything like that, so this is just for you to be seen.
Gotcha.
If you are going out very early in the morning or late at night, there's lights to see. So the main difference is mostly going to be in the front light. The front light's going to be a lot more powerful, almost like a little car headlight, and allow you to really see in front of you, as also cars seeing you too. So it plays both roles for that.
Awesome. What about bike computers?
Bike computers is also a really cool category. Bike computers are going to allow you to track a lot of data. So we got a couple different styles here. We have a Garmin and a Wahoo. These would definitely be great options for a road style bike. Most of these computers do have like navigation features, which is pretty cool if you're trying to explore new areas, as long as tracking a lot of data like miles, your speed, your cadence, even stuff like power, how much watts you're putting out. So it's very cool if you're starting to train and really get into the road biking.
Awesome. So what about the speed and cadence? Is that already in the computer, or is that something else that I would use with it?
You do need sensors, which they usually come with.
Okay.
So a sensor basically is just a little thing you'll attach to the bike, typically on the crank and on the wheel. And this is going to signal to the computer the data that you're performing, basically.
Gotcha. Nice. So let's recap. So I can get a cool helmet that can make me faster. Well, in my mind, it'll make me faster.
Yes.
Don't judge me. All right. A computer that I can track data.
Yes.
I'll have sensors that I'll use to send the data to the computer. And I'll have two types of lights, yeah? One set of lights could be used, or one style of light would be used so that I can be seen.
Yep.
The other style of light would be so that I can see.
Exactly.
Awesome. That is cool, man.
Yes.
I love this category. This is like my favorite. You already know about my baby girl over there. She's in hot pink. Yes. Oh, so sexy and beautiful. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. So this concludes our segment on road bikes. Please join us in our next segment, which will be part 3, which is on mountain bikes. So for all of you folks out there that ride mountain bikes, we have some really cool bikes in store. And if you missed part 1, which was on commuter bikes, please make sure you check that out, because we went over 2 really cool features in bikes and 2 really cool segments in commuter bikes. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you next time.